everything we want. Like I said, I'm Jeremy, and I have my friend Joey here on the other line with
Yo,
me. Since this is our first video, we decided to do a little introduction and give you guys a little background about us, and just basically, this one's all about us. I'm gonna let
and oh, go
Joey
ahead.
start it off.
All right, so I'm Joey, as Jeremy lovely introduced, and so yeah, little background. All right, so I guess before I go into depth of myself, I guess say some topics we'll be covering, I guess, or like what we'll be discussing, I guess. Um, I guess everything in
Exactly.
general in future, yeah. So like I mean, I guess we're gonna touch base on a lot of topics. And I guess it should not necessarily be to be more discussing, saying different opinions we have on each topic. Like Jeremy and I have, we're very good friends. Obviously, we don't argue. We don't, we'll talk about topics like so political discussions. We don't always see eye to eye on political stuff, but we'll talk, we'll discuss, we'll
Yeah,
give
like
my side,
a
his
friendly
side.
debate, kind of.
Yeah, and not even and just show two sides of the same thing. Like and I mean, it's not necessarily all politics, 'cause we don't want to be all political either. Because I mean, let's face it, we all escape our daily lives. We use games, movies, media, whatever, to escape the political realm and
Everything.
everything. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. So I mean, that's another topic that'll come up: games, movies, shit like that. Guns. We're both big gun guys.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah. I can't
oh,
wait to cover that topic.
oh yeah. So I mean, a little background on myself. I mean, if we're talking about, I mean, the political spectrum, I'm more conservative. When we're talking about gaming, I like action games, horror games, stuff like that. The same goes for movies. I like to read. I'm a big reader. History. I'm a big history buff. I do reenacting. Uh, and the time periods I personally cover are World War II and Korea War. I do U.S. First Infantry for World War II. Starting to do Polish and going to be getting into Finnish as well. Then for Korea, I do the bad guys. I do North Korean. I do the evil commies, which
Of
is funny.
course you would.
Of course, yeah. The other thing I hate the most in the world is communists, and what do I portray? Communists. um, I mean that. I mean, I like to shoot. Like I said, we're both big into guns. I'm huge into guns. I just recently built a couple pieces that I use towards reenacting and stuff like that. Um, I mean, movies. Big horror movie guy, big comedy guy, stuff like that. I'm trying to think what else really to touch base on with that. I work doing surveillance. I've worked security jobs. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice. Um, just a little background on myself, I guess what I do. Like I said, surveillance. I've done security. I've done retail was doing retail for close to 10 years, on and off. Loss prevention, mostly shit like that. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else.
You sound like such a man of many talents.
I know, yeah. That's what a jack of all trades, if you will.
Exactly.
I wish I was a jack of all trades. Um, but no, that's really, I mean, the basics. I mean, just the basic overview of my thoughts, interests, I guess, and I guess just basic rundown, I guess, without diving too deep. I mean, just a basic rundown. What's a basic rundown on yourself, Jeremy?
Well, my rundown isn't so basic. Well, for starters, I'm just one of 12 siblings, so that's far from basic.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh yeah, 8 boys and 4 girls in total. So that's a pretty huge family. I'm also a very proud and busy father of 3. I have my little girl. She's my oldest. Her name's Abigail, and I have my twin boys, Gabriel and Noah. And let me tell you, they they keep me busy all day, every day. And obviously, like Joey said, I'm into Same thing as him. I like gaming. I also like going out when or if I ever have the chance to. I read here and there. Usually, a lot of stuff I do is usually when I have the time, either when I'm not working or like when I don't have the kids or it's my day off and the kids are in school or just any type of downtime I have. I dabble a little bit with my keyboard and my guitars. A lot of people don't really know that I'm self-taught in both, and I play a little. I still have a lot to learn and a long way to go, but when I do get the free time, I like to do that. And if I'm not playing my instrument, I'm drawing. Drawing has always been a big thing in my life. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember, since I was a little kid. Actually, the first picture I ever drew was it was a Pokemon Arcanine, and
Oh,
I I had the Pokemon card, and I would try to draw that picture every day, and I would get it wrong a lot. I would get so frustrated and annoyed and ball up the paper and start over, but eventually I got it, and ever since then, I just kept drawing. It's just been a little a little passion and a hobby of mine. Um, Let me see what else I can think of. Oh, like you, I have guns. Not as much as you, but I have a small collection. I got a long way to go. My numbers are rookie numbers compared to yours.
and
So,
mine are rookie numbers.
oh yeah, I have a long way to go. So, uh, what else? Again, about my family, I can go on. I have stories for days in regards to my family and us growing up and all the crazy stuff we did growing up and all the nonsense we've been in. I just enjoy having fun and just doing whatever passes the time and keeps me out of trouble. That's basically it with me. So, my question to you, Joey, is since we're on this topic about introduction, tell me one of the craziest stories you had with your family.
Oh, my family. To be honest with you, I really can't think of any. My family. Yeah, that sounds really bad. I really can't think of anything crazy with my family, to be honest. Um, I guess I remember one time. I guess this is kind of out there. I remember we were driving around. We were going to this. We were looking for this military surplus store. Not surplus. They do like repro gear. It's called I'm a USA, and they opened up a store that was over in Easton, and we were looking for it. And by where this was at the time, it was like right by like where 78 is. Um, and not all the area was built up yet. So like some of the roads were still not done. There was like half finished roads, construction, all the whole nine. Like that was all going on. I remember I was driving. I want to say I was about 17, maybe 18. I think I was still in high school. But anyways, and we're driving through, and I remember like all right. I'm going, let's say maybe 5 miles over the speed limit. I'm not going too fast over, if I'm going over at all, because it's a construction. There's no one around, but mind you, there's like two people on the other side of the road walking, like nowhere near me. And I remember these people. I hear them like I hear them turn around and yell. They yell, "Slow down!" And I rolled, and as I rolled down, I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you, assholes!" And as I'm doing this, then my dad rolls down the
No.
other window and yells the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you!" And like I've never heard my dad like turn around and say that before, and I was like, "Oh, did that just happen?" Like I forget if it was like "fuck
That was
you,
a bonding
assholes."
moment.
It was like "fuck you, assholes" or like "shut the fuck up." I honestly don't remember which. Either way, it was like a rare sight for him to say because normally he's just like, "Oh, just blow it," like don't let people bother you, stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I was just like, "Oh, that was kind of funny," and like we were in the car with my whole family, and it was just like, "Oh, that just happened."
that was a rare bonding moment.
I guess it's a rare thing. Yeah, I mean, I really can't think of any crazy stories with my family, to be honest. Um,
The craziest one that I remember with my family, it actually involved my family plus the kids that lived on a whole block with us. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm originally from New Jersey. I live in Utah now, but I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. Yep, I'm a Jersey boy. And
Same,
when I lived in
unfortunately.
Jersey, yeah, unfortunately, I mean it has its perks, but uh, eh, that's we want to save that for another time.
Yeah.
Um, my brothers and I, we were outside and we were bored. Again, I come from a big family, so and it's mainly boys, and so we just try to come up with crazy shit and just do whatever. So we're all outside with the other kids that lived on the block, and some of the kids that lived like across the street, and it was like a complex building like right across the street from where we lived. So we're all out there, we're all talking, and we're like, you know what? We're going to make up a game. And we're all just sitting there thinking about this game. And I don't remember which one of us came up with it, but someone said tag. And we were just like, but we got to make it extreme, like a different version of tag. And we were just like, we're going to call it suicide tag.
Oh God.
So basically, we thought of these rules. It's the same concept as tag, but reverse. The object of the game is to get it and stay it for as long as you can. And again, it's reversed. So instead of everybody running from you, who's ever it, everybody has to chase that person and tag him and to be it. Now the downfall to the game is we considered you tagging someone, you physically touching them by any means necessary. So if you're it and I'm trying to tag you so I can be it, if I trip you while you're running, I that's considered me tagging you. That's why we called it suicide tag because you basically play at your own risk, and if you get hurt, then you just get hurt. So we thought of the concept of that game, and literally that same day, we started playing it. And the parents that lived on the block, once they caught on to what we were doing and what we were playing, they dug into us. They were just like, "Y'all better stop playing that damn game. When are y'all gonna get hurt? What the hell is wrong with y'all?" We were just acting like crazy animals. And the next day, we started playing it again, and yeah, a lot of us got hurt. My one brother, my one of my younger brothers, his name's Denzel. He um he fell into like one of the one of the neighbors we used to live next to. She had like this big white fence, but it was like a metal, like one of those heavy metal gates. And he fell into the gate like face first.
Ooh.
And like as soon as he stood up, you just saw blood like everywhere. And we was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And we were just like, "Ugh," that was bad. Like his whole mouth was just swelled up and it was just bleeding. We was like, "Wow." And of course we got yelled at, but he went in the house and we got finished playing. We were some terrible. We were kids, so we were just some terrible kids. And majority of everyone that was playing were boys. And you know how they say boys are rough, and then boys will be boys, obviously. And we were just playing and acting a fool. A few of us got hurt a little more after that, but it wasn't as serious as him. Like we got bumps and bruises and scraped up knees and elbows and stuff like that, but no one got seriously hurt except my younger brother. And till this day, he still carries that battle scar. And till this day, we still bring it up. We were just like, yo, you remember suicide tag? You remember how all of us got hurt and we all just got banged up? And they would just look at him and we was just like, you got it the worst. You, you got it the worst. It was, it was something. It was something.
And that's why you weren't allowed at
But
the barbecue.
you, exactly, exactly. They're just looking at a list like, all right, who's coming? Oh, nah, he's going to come late. He's going to come at the next one, and he's just not invited at all. We can't have all of them here because something's going to go down, and we're not having it. And like, you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. When we're all together, we can be a mess. We can be a mess at times. I mean, we have our good moments and our bad moments, but for the most part, we can act a fool when we need to and have fun when we need to.
That's good.
Another something that I forgot to mention earlier when you were on the topic of jobs, I didn't tell the people about my previous work history. I used to, well, even now, I still do security, but when I first started working, I was working at UPS, unloading trucks, and I got tired of that real quick. And when I left Jersey, I moved to Pennsylvania in 2011, and I worked at this lovely, lovely place, and I did security there, and it was so magical and so so uplifting. You were there when I was working security, Joey, so you know what place I'm talking about.
I was there briefly when you were. Yeah, it's funny because I knew you before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I work
Wait,
there again, but a different position.
how did we meet actually? I don't even remember. I
Fuck.
don't even remember. Was it through
um,
work?
no, it was through Jen and Bobby. I don't remember if the
Paramore.
was the first time we met. Was that actually Paramore?
I think it was Paramore.
I think it was Paramore. Yeah, that was me,
Oh my
you,
God.
Bobby, Jen, and it was your cousin,
My
I believe.
brother.
Oh, that
My
was your
brother.
brother. Oh, I thought
Yes,
it was
that
your
was the
brother for some
one.
reason.
That was the one who messed his face up on the gate.
It was like the one time you guys were allowed to speak.
Yes. We were allowed to go out together.
As long as there's three other people there.
Exactly. We need to be supervised at all times. Oh
Oh,
man, that was the first time we met. And oh my God, that concert was amazing.
oh yeah, that was really fun. That was kind of as they started changing as a band, but it wasn't like
Mhm.
they are now. Like they still did like their old show performances, with the exception of Misery Business, which is they changed.
Yeah.
Um, but no, that was a hella fun show. I remember when we were at that show at one point, there was like that one kid moshing or whatever, and I remember he's like running through and he like smacked Jen or like punched Jen or something like that, and then
Oh
like
yeah, I
Bob
remember that guy.
and then he almost trampled her, and then I remember he kind of like runs forward and like kind of like almost like a pit opens up and he like knocks me over. And I remember he kind of like leans in like behind the people and they're gonna push him back towards us. And I remember I
Uh-huh.
look at Bobby. I was like, Bobby, you got my back? He's like, fuck yeah. And I remember I go to raise a fist just to hit this kid as he's or this guy, not a kid. I'm saying kid because he's a punk. And
Yeah.
I remember as he's fucking coming at me, he sees me getting ready to raise the fist because if he comes in, I'm gonna just clock him right in the fucking face. And he's like, no, 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 man, I'm just fucking around, I'm just fucking around. And I'm like, that's what I fucking thought. Get the hell out of here. And Bobby was like, I'm,
I know the guy you're talking about because when
yeah,
we were there, he was just like dancing all crazy and I'm just like this guy, he's it's pretty annoying. Like I understand people are here having fun, but this one particular guy, he's just pretty
oh my,
annoying and it's bugging me. And my brother and I, we were just standing here too because when he was dancing, he was like, there's like personal space still, and he was like in Jen's personal space. He was just like, I'm starting to get annoyed.
oh,
My
that's why
brother
Bobby
looking at
was
him.
pissed.
Yeah, and my brother's getting annoyed, and all of us are looking at each other, me and my brother and Bobby, and we're getting annoyed, and we're just like, oh God, I feel like we gotta stomp somebody out, and I'm trying to enjoy
The concert,
Paramore,
yeah.
and this one guy. I mean, again, this is a concert, so we know everyone's there having fun, people are going crazy and stuff, but that
But there's
one
one,
guy was just doing extra, and we were just like, why,
yeah,
why? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. But
yeah, and
he was that guy.
oh yeah, and I mean, I think a little background on that too. Jen at the time was Bobby's girlfriend. They're now married, but I
Mhm.
remember a little background on Bobby because he is definitely going to come up when we talk. Bobby is very much like I should say like Jeremy or myself. Like they're very defensive over their significant others, their girlfriends, or what have you. But Bobby won't tolerate. even remotely joking at times. And I remember he was pissed. You could tell he was not happy. He may tell the story differently now, uh, but no, yeah, he was pissed. And that's why I think I was like, got my
We
back. He's like,
all were.
yeah, oh yeah, we were furious. I mean,
Not even it's not even just of him just being annoying. The fact that he was being annoying to her, and we all saw like she was kind of annoyed, and we were just like, it was kind of funny because once he noticed that she was the only female there, and we were just all the dudes just there staring at him like, dude, do you really want to be this guy right now? You have the four of us with her, and she's getting annoyed, and her being annoyed is annoying all of us even more.
oh yeah,
It just wasn't pretty.
yeah, that was
And my brother
that.
and I were just like, I'm about to slap him. My brother was just like, I'm about to hit him. I was like, I am too. I feel it coming. I feel it coming.
Oh man, remember our plan to get me on stage? You and your brother were gonna rush up front and act like you guys were gonna get on stage, and they were gonna tackle you
Yes.
guys. And then like as the security dog pile was gonna be on you guys, I was just gonna kind of like run and leap up and get on stage. Um,
Yes, I remember that. It was just like take one for the team. It'll be the pictures and the story will be so worth it
oh, it'd
after we
be
get bailed
legendary.
out.
Oh
we'll,
yeah,
we'll be legends.
yeah, and we never even got close to it.
Nah, not
Um,
even. Not even.
no, no. I mean, I think we decided for the sake of what we're gonna say for the sake of Bobby and Jem, we didn't want them getting thrown out either, so we were being considerate towards them, right? I think that's what it was.
Exactly.
I think that's what it was.
Exactly. We had to humble ourselves,
Mm,
save the wild animals for another time.
yes, absolutely. Oh
For
man.
those who don't know, that was our first Paramore concert, and it was
Oh
pretty
yeah.
good. The second one was pretty good too.
The second one was. Go ahead.
You didn't enjoy the second one as much?
I mean, I've seen Paramore 3 times, and the third show was the one I liked the least, and it was just like they have changed so much as a band over the years, and it really showed with that last concert. And I think it evolves from, and I'm gonna say Haley Williams, as much as I love her. um it's like she went from like this angsty kind of punk teenager kind of alternative rock group to more of a kind of, hey, let's be this like kind of poppy band. And like Paramore never
Yes.
was that, and that vibe definitely felt like it during that last show. And like,
That's what a lot of bands now actually.
yeah, and like I remember out of all the songs they played, like they play, of course they're going to play more of their new stuff because that's what bands do, you
Yeah.
expect that. But like the way they even played their old songs, it didn't seem as into it as they used to be, you know.
I get what you're
Um,
saying. It's
like
like they
I
didn't have as much energy as the last time. Like it wasn't you didn't feel that same amount of energy.
yeah, I think out of their original album, I think they played Emergency, and I think that was it.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't even think they played Pressure. I think off of their second album, they played "That's What You Get," "Crush, Crush, Crush," and "Misery Business," which is fine. Like that's 3 songs off their second album. They're actually they might have played one or two more because their second album is their biggest album, arguably.
Hmm.
They played a bit off Brand New. I'm trying to remember how many they actually played. No, they couldn't have played more than those 3 from their second album. They played a lot from their 2 newest albums. They didn't play a whole lot from Brand New Eyes either, but they
No, they
did.
didn't. They played how many from like Brand New Eyes? Probably like two.
I think 2. I think they played. I think they did. No, they did do. They no, maybe they actually did 4 because I think they did Playing God,
Uh-huh.
Brick by Boring Brick because they always play Brick by Boring Brick, Ignorance,
Yes, yes. I
and
forgot about that one.
I'm trying to remember if they played Careful or not. I'm pretty sure they played Careful, but I'm blanking. I'm really blanking. I mean, the rest of the night is kind of what made that night So eventful, I guess.
Yeah,
Which I
yeah.
mean, that was just like, oh my god, facepalm, facepalm, facepalm,
That
face.
that was eventful for all of us. Needless to say, that was that was beautiful. That was beautiful. A beautiful disaster is what it was. An unexpected
Yeah, that was
series
something
of
else.
events. And I need to say that you are a brave, brave soul. You are a
Oh,
brave, brave soul.
I say I tend to put up with a lot.
Because I think
Or
any
patience.
any sane, normal human being would have been lost their sanity. But you, my friend, you are a strong man. And I commend you for that. That was they don't really know what we're talking about. Maybe down the line in the future we can
Well,
go further into details, but I need
yeah.
we're just going to say after that event, Jen, Bobby, and I were just standing there like, um,
Joey, what the fuck are you doing?
right. And then when you disappeared, we were just like, wow.
uh,
We were speechless. We were just like, we're gonna have to talk to this guy later and see what's going on because this
oh, you
isn't this
absolutely
isn't
did.
normal.
I think you guys wanted to find an exorcist. I think was what you guys were more.
Exactly. We find a priest the next day. I gathered as much holy water as I could, and we had to do it. We had
Oh
to
my
do it.
god, that was, and that's not the first time that should happen. Or no, was it the first time that should happen? Shit like that has happened multiple times though, which is worse. But we're not gonna dive too into that.
Yeah.
I also don't think they are going to hear this anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, that's what I'm trying to be respectful of. And I'm like, I don't think they're gonna hear this anyway. So whatever. But anyways,
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
but
Some things are better
regardless,
left unsaid. Keep the
regardless,
people guessing.
yeah, regardless, I'd rather be respectful anyway. But
I hear that. I hear that.
oh
I
man,
don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
you know
We,
what?
what we
Uh,
say?
what I remember from that show was I remember I took like all the pictures and there was like the one photo of like the four of us, and I
Hmm.
didn't tag you in it like because I didn't like
Oh
I didn't recognize
yeah,
you in the photo, and I
I remember that. I remember that.
you're
Yep.
like thanks for
It's like
tagging me.
obviously. Yep. I'm like obviously you don't see me. I wonder why. I wonder why. But you know what? You know what? I'm used to being a token. I'm okay with it. I'm
Oh
okay
my
with
god.
it.
It was funny because when I uploaded the picture, I think it was dark too, so like I didn't even see you like in the photo on my phone. And like it didn't even offer to tag you, so I was like, oh no, all right, whatever. And I remember you're like, thanks for the tag, but you were tagged in every other photo.
You're right. I think the major part is one, it was dark, and two, I don't smile. So
Yeah.
like I don't smile. I either have just like the regular face or I'm just making some type of random silly face, but I'm not a smiler.
Oh my god. Yeah, neither am I, to be fair. But
And I picked the wrong time not to smile because it showed. Well, it didn't show.
yeah. Oh my god.
And I just had to remind everyone that I was there. I was in the back. You can't see me, but I'm there. It's like turn the brightness up on your phone or something. You'll see me.
Hey, I mean, at the very least, I think we might be able to, get like a racism lawsuit against Samsung, maybe, or Facebook.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. I don't care if you're alive or dead. I'm suing.
lawsuit.
Exactly. I'm getting paid somehow. I'm getting paid.
Oh man. Oh
Uh
no.
oh. Uh oh. The beautiful music is playing. Well, ladies and gents, that means our time is up. And if you enjoyed this little chat Joey and I had, you can tune in next week and we'll be discussing another topic. We don't really know what it is yet, and I guess we will cross that bridge when we get to it.
That we shall.
So, anything you want to say, Joey, before we say goodbye to the listeners?
Don't trust Whitey. As I'm sitting here white as day.
Exactly. All lives matter.
Oh my god, the escape room. I think before we go, I think we need to talk about the escape room and how we were gonna name our team name.
Oh my
You
God.
wanted you said you're like, how about the rug munchers? And you went to go write it,
Oh yeah.
and then that bitch started yelling at you. No,
Right?
we're not being the rug munchers.
No, no. I said no. It was carpet munchers. It
Oh,
was the
carpet
carpet
munchers, that was
munchers.
it.
That's even worse. And she was just like, no, no. And I was just like, oh, party pooper much?
Oh my god, so we were hashtag our lives matter.
Exactly.
But
That was a fun experience. I want to do
oh
it
no,
again with you guys.
yeah, we need to do another one. Maybe when you get back, maybe that's when we'll have to try and plan another
Yeah.
one.
I have to plan another trip to PA and see where it goes from there. But that was definitely fun. I need to do that again.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty suspenseful and hectic. The music they had playing in the background just made it a little more suspenseful, and the it was just the whole atmosphere was just fun.
Very atmospheric. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Whew, man, man, oh man. But this is where we say goodbye to our viewers, and we will see you guys next time.
All right, guys. Deuces.